Hey guys, coming back on again. Just a little bit of an extra to the video I made a minute ago. You can see here we have a lot of talk about this nuclear plant. It could be the precipitating event to World War III. Now imagine if nuclear radiation from plants was all rubbish. So what I'm going to do is play a little clip next, probably go for about 10 minutes. You can have a look at it yourself. Now just consider the depth of the deception if this next video is actually true.
Rate my own electricity. Save the government $5 million because that's what they want to throw them away. I will use it for my own power plant. Quinn Millian up in Omak, Washington, and I are moving on that, and if one of these days I hook one of them up to Pier 91 in Seattle, don't be surprised.
Well, good luck.
I'm Galen Windsor, and I thought I'd share a few hands-on practical things that have to do with this nuclear scare scam. Now, you've heard that gamma energy, the kind of energy that comes off a rock like this, is the most penetrating, most damaging of all radiation. And not only that, here is uranium, the parent of radon, and they say if you can measure, detect radon in a home, then it's bad. If you exceed the EPA's limit, it's reason to run you out of your home. Spend $13,000 like they did with Stanley Watrous' house in Pennsylvania the other day to get rid of the radon, to ventilate it out through. Ridiculous. Let's take them one at a time. This is a rock that I picked up in Natarita, Colorado. 16 weight percent uranium. High-grade uranium. Hot. I read a thing the other day that says they had high-grade uranium, and lo and behold, it's too hot to transport, so they had to bury it on site. Oh, wonderful. Let's talk a little bit about radiation. If we can, yeah, are we picking up? If you put the probe right there, the meter goes off scale, and you can hear it, all right? Hot. Radiation, gamma radiation, is the most penetrating of all radiation. Oh, is it? All it's got between the rock and the probe is...
I'll just pause it there for a second and just interject. What this gentleman said earlier on in this video was that basically they used to carry around uranium and plutonium without any damage to themselves. He himself swam in the coolant pools for the spent fuel rods and drank the water out of them. I'll continue the video, but you're probably starting to get the idea.
My hand. Doesn't count so pretty much, does it? Or if I put the rock behind me? You don't suppose they've been lying to you, do you? I suspect they have. Well, let's do a little bit more. I got a black bottle. This stuff comes in white bottle. A bottle of NoDoz. You can send children down to the drugstore to buy NoDoz. All they need is money. In this are 60 white caffeine pellets. And this one is uranium oxide, U3O8. You can't buy it for love nor money. The state of Washington sent 2 of their Gestapo agents over to my home to confiscate my uranium samples on the 17th of December last year. Got a challenge. I'd like to have somebody in the room volunteer to take all of this bottle or all of this bottle. The only thing that I'll tell you is that one of them won't hurt you and the other one will kill you. Do you want the white stuff or the black stuff? White stuff? you do, there's enough in there to kill 4 men your size. The government says we got to ban this material. It's radioactive. Let's check it in the bottom of the bottle. Not very radioactive. Let's take the cap off. Oh goodness, very radioactive. This instrument will only count gamma, energy. It's just energy. Light's coming from those lights, only you're getting lots of infrared from the lights as well as ultraviolet. Energy response, and it's very carefully damped to only discriminated so it only gets the energy that comes from this. I don't want it to respond to a light, just to this. Cost me $1,000 to get an instrument that'll just respond to this and not to that. This is radioactive by any definition. Radioactive material giving off radiation that is read by an instrument like this. The daughter of this, radon, cannot be read on this instrument because it gives off alpha particles. An alpha particle is a dye-positive particle that comes from the nucleus. It has 2 protons and 2 neutrons, therefore an atomic weight of 4, and it's minus 2 electrons. And if you grab it with a high ionization potential counter, it'll count. But if it travels 2 inches in air or through a piece of paper, it picks up 2 electrons, 2 beta particles, if you will, and becomes helium gas, and it won't count on an ionization chamber. Did you know that this thing right here is giving off helium gas? Alpha comes from uranium. Okay, radioactive material. You pour it out in the hand, and that's radioactive contamination. Is it radioactive? Yeah, it is. Very radioactive. Now, decontamination is nothing but scooping it back up and putting it into the bottle. I just now decontaminated my hand. No, I didn't do such a good job. Not good at all. Is it still radioactive? Yeah, that's called residual radioactivity. Now, under the decontamination rules of the government, when you decontaminate somebody like this that's that contaminated, and this is certainly a reportable incident under current DOE regulations, when you decontaminate him, it has to go down a controlled drain so that you don't disperse radioactivity. Do I qualify as a controlled drain? That material that I just ate is not soluble in body fluids. Like it's been this, it was fired.
Just pause there for a second. I don't know whether it means anything or not. Probably not. But everybody points it out. I'm sort of going with the fact that this guy's telling the truth, but I did notice the old pyramid triangle sort of hand symbol there. Just look for another second or so.
At 940 degrees C, where it becomes U3O8, known in the industry as HCl insoluble. In other words, it will not dissolve in concentrated hydrochloric acid, hot. Your stomach has 10th normal hydrochloric acid in it, so it won't even dissolve. The stuff is so fine that it has no texture to it. Doesn't even feel rough. So it's tasteless, odorless, has no texture. How's it supposed to hurt me? Because I've been eating this on lecture tour for 2 years, the state of Washington felt it necessary to confiscate my uranium samples so that I would be safe. Dr. Fulton from the Hanford Environmental Health Foundation called up and he says, "Hey, I heard one of your guys OD'd on uranium today, Galen." And we talked for a little while and he says, "Oh, that was you." And I said,
anyway, I'll leave it there. You probably get the point of what I'm saying. Imagine a war starting over something that wasn't dangerous. What would that imply? That'd imply that the entire world and every single government was complicit, because for this to be known information or accepted truth, that what the guy was talking about in the video about radiation, would mean that all the governments would know that. It wouldn't be just one person. And that would show a complete plan right across the board. Anyway, food for thought. Let me know what you think. Please like and share this one, because this is very interesting. What a scam this all could be. Take care, guys. Keep looking up. Remember, it's not by your own works, it's only by the works of Jesus. Amen. Catch you later.